Danny Brown show. We about to get live. Let's go. Let's go.
My homeboy was like, yo, let's go over these chicks' house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that sounds like a good idea when you're a teenager. Everybody want to go hang out with some chicks. But we didn't know that her grandma was still there. And they snuck us in. So we're in this basement just chilling. But the grandma bust down and caught us. But we hid. You get what I'm saying? So now we stuck hidden in this basement, thinking eventually they're going to come back and get us. But they never came back. So we just stuck in this basement. Next thing I know, it's like 6 in the morning come. But shit, I wake up in the morning. I got to take the worst shit ever. There's no bathroom down here in this basement. So I'm just looking around. And in most Detroit basements, they had like the little hole in the ground, I guess like a sewer. I started to take the shit in the hole. You get what I'm saying? While I'm doing this, my homeboy, he wakes up and he's like, oh, nigga, you shitting in the hole? But he got to take a shit too, so he just found a random bucket. He shit in the bucket. And amidst of all this commotion, the grandma comes downstairs with a bucket of laundry getting ready to wash the clothes. I mean, to say the least, I don't know how it ended for them, but I got home, my mom cussed me out. Normal shit that teenagers do. Stepson's a real bitch. Damn, we coming in hot. You stepdaddy, you trapped in. As long as you're gonna be in a relationship and you living in the same household with both of them. I mean, at the end of the day, that's your son right now too. And you gotta look at it the same way as if your son was to come out that motherfucking monkey. Who knows, might be her genes and all the men in her family. He come out and be a pussy. How you gonna do that? Now you living in a house with 2 pussy ass kids. So the best thing for you to do, man, is you gotta reverse the situation and make this kid not a pussy. You gotta start doing gangster shit with the nigga. Take him to a brothel. Get him in a shootout or something. Like, you gotta start doing gangster shit with the kid just to make him, you get what I'm saying? It's just like when you get a pit bull. Pit bulls aren't born tough. You gotta fuck them up a little bit. Make them bite tires and shit. You get what I'm saying? You get an inner tube or something, smack them up with it. Take the little kid, smack them with an inner tube, tell them to bite it, and then shake them with the motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be pussy no more after that. But you might have a child abuse case in your hand. Don't tell him Danny Brown told you to do that shit. I'm humbled, man. I've been humbled. I will tell y'all motherfuckers that, man. I got my motherfucking ass whipped. I'm talking about not like regular ass whipping, like shit that make you not fight ever again. And it was long time ago. It was my little brother actually had a homecoming. He was going to his high school homecoming. I don't know if this happened like in other cities and shit, but in Detroit we used to have like 18 and up nightclubs. Which now when I think about it, because there used to be mad like 21 and up niggas in them bitches too. So what them niggas was doing? I mean, I wasn't going to the homecoming. We got a hotel room downtown and shit. This entire time I'm just sitting there smoking blunts and drinking Hennessy like I would do at 41 years old. But I'm doing this shit in my 20s and I can't handle it. I'm passed out. They wake me up. We go to the club. I'm dancing like a motherfucker. That should have been the first sign that something was wrong. I'm shaking ass. I'm twerking. I'm doing moves that I would never pull out. So I'm drunk as fuck. After the club, we all go back to the hotel and shit. In the midst of that, I see these 2 girls in the lobby of the hotel. So I say, fuck it. I'm going to go holler at them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't notice. They had like 4, 5 niggas with them. You get what I'm saying? They just watching me talk to their bitches and just letting it rock. And one of the niggas say, if this nigga ain't got no heater, we about to beat his ass. That was sign number 1 for me to get the fuck out of there. And we walked off. We was going back to the elevator and shit. But in my drunken Hennessy rage, something just hit my brain. I was like, you know what? Fuck these niggas. And I turned around. And I ran and I went to walk back up on him. I don't even remember seeing a punch being thrown. I just remember seeing a nigga face get close up to mine, like doing Michael Jackson choreography. He just shook his head like that. Like. And the next thing I know, motherfuckers was waking me up off the ground. I don't think I threw a punch though. So Shirt Off Cuz did a lot better than what I did. I just walked up talking shit like, what's up? What y'all niggas going? And he said, he just did like a Michael Jackson Thriller choreographer move. But the worst part about getting your ass whipped like that, man, was the next day, man. Because I forgot, as drunk as I was, smoking weed and shit. And I woke up just staring in the mirror, looking at myself, brushing my teeth. I'm gonna kill these niggas. When I find these niggas, I'm gonna kill these. And part 2 to the story, I found one of the niggas. When I was in jail, let me tell you this, and it didn't work out. It still didn't work out. I work in registry in jail, which is like, I work downstairs where you get registered in and shit like that. So one of the guys that beat me up, he actually was in jail. He was going to court. And I seen the nigga. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to get this nigga. So I got a broom, I'm sweeping up and shit. I go in his cell and I'm faking like I'm sweeping and shit. You get what I'm saying? I maybe just didn't have my plan all the way together. So I just take the broom and I try to crack him with the broom. This motherfucker catch the broom with one hand, like, bow, like some Jet Li ill shit. He catch the broom, bow, and give me 4 stiff bitches to the nose. Boom, 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 boom. So now I'm like this, oh. My nose bleed. I guess I just got to dead that beef. It's like an MMA. Like, I had the rematch. I got my ass whooped, man. It's just leave it alone, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I leave it alone. Fuck my ex's boss. I was dating my boyfriend for 3 years and it was going good until a couple months ago. He started getting sketchy and coming home late. I could tell he was acting weird around his phone and I knew he was keeping secrets, so I put an AirTag in the see. You wrong. Like, that's getting like, come on, man. I put an AirTag in his car and found out he was fucking some other chick. I dumped him immediately, but I wanted to get back at him. So, oh my God. So I started sleeping with his boss and today I just got him fired. Did I go too far? Yeah, you definitely went too far. You a crazy bitch. Don't nobody supposed to be putting motherfucking tracking devices. You fucking Corella DeVille spy. Like you motherfucking, like you Rocky, like you beefing with the bitch from Rocky and Bullwinkle or something. That's what it sounds like. That's who he dating, the bitch from Rocky and Bullwinkle, man. The Russian bitch, man. It's somebody that got a box full of AirTags, man, just doing creepy shit all the time, tracking shit. Man, I might got an AirTag on me right now. I don't even know. So yeah, you a creepy bitch, Maddie. And you went too far. And karma's gonna come for you. You get what I'm saying? You gonna get what's coming to you. So, you get what I'm saying? It's like sex is like an Evel Knievel stunt to me. I'm either gonna win this shit and be a hero or I'm gonna fuck up and die at the end. You get what I'm saying? So if I know I'm gonna have sex, it take about 3 days of preparation. No bullshit, man. I got a stack. I take ashwagandha pills. You know what I'm saying? Some maca. It's this one pill called Long Jack. And then they got these liquor store honeys. I don't know if y'all know about these liquor store honeys, man, but these liquor store honeys, I think they broke my dick, to be honest. At one point in time in my life, I had this pharmacist. So he would sell me fucking 100 Viagras for like $1,500 and I go on tour with him. Probably didn't really need these Viagras and shit, but the shit that I was doing on these Viagras, man, it was like, it made it all worth it, man. It was like, God damn, I'm talking about, I'm knocking out like 5 bitches a night. I'm like doing crazy shit, like Wilt Chamberlain shit. So I'm saying it to say my dick is terrible right now. It is, that motherfucker, I'm surprised he looked like Frankenstein. He got motherfucking stitches on him. Growing up in the hood and shit, man, you know. My mama whooped my ass, man. I guess any nigga from the hood, man, they probably, could relate to that. But it'd be certain situations where your mama can really whoop your ass the way she want to. She want to just give you just enough to let your ass know what, you know what I'm saying? To let you know. So let's say you in the grocery store or something. Like, Mom, it's like, I told you we came in this motherfucker to get some bread and some milk, like all the essentials. We ain't got no time for no Mike and Ikes. And you act up a little bit, and she just give you one of those hard. My mom used to have a ill backhand, like a pop, like a quick, like Bruce Lee chop, boom. But it would always just get me right. It was like a perfect aim too, like right in the middle of my top lip, just to give you enough to not break it. But you thought your lip was bleeding, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Bow. And you know what she would say? Stop crying before I give you something to cry for. What the fuck you mean? Give me something to cry for. What was that? And then it makes her start thinking, man, so what is the something to cry for? You want to do some Monday? They called it Mandy out there. You want to do some Monday? And I'm like, cool, I'm down with that. So, normally like when we do it, we like lick our finger and like, like dip it and, But when I did that, it just started to dissolve the whole pack. So me and my friend, we both go into this my DJ Skywalk, shout out to Skywalk. We go into a panic. So we just start doing this shit like, because we don't want it to, go to waste. So we just do the whole thing. And the guy that brought it to us, he's like, yo, can I get some of that Monday? We like, oh, we did it. He's like, you did the whole grind, man. We like, yeah, He like, you guys are gonna be fucked, man. And this is maybe by like 9 p.m. And we probably should be playing at about like 11. We go back to the hotel room. Next thing I know, we both just laying in the bed hugging each other now. Like, we don't know if this is our last hoorah or what, but we going through it. We laying in the bed just like, oh man. And the promoter, he keep coming into the room. He keep coming like, Danny, man, we're ready, man. I be like, give me 15 minutes. Give me 15 minutes. Okay, it was about like 1:30 a.m. When he finally was able to get me up. The club closed at like 2. So they finally get me, mose me over there. You know, I get over there. I'm seeing what we call a cookie monster. That's when you do too much, your eyes are just scrambled. You can't even see straight. You can't see shit. Once the music came on, it was like a whole nother person. I was dancing like a motherfucker. I'm grooving. I'm singing. I remember it was some girl jumped on stage. I tried to pick her up on some, you know, on some Jamaican dagger dance type shit. You give it up. I dropped the bitch right off the stage. Like, boom. Soon as she climbed to the top of the stage, I picked her up, gave her 3 humps and just head first into the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you're on the molly, you're like, oh, I'm so horny. The show's over. I got an adrenaline rush. So I got like a whole bunch of girls. Invite them to my hotel room. Like, what's up? We gonna do the damn thing. I ain't get shit. They just hung out. That's when I realized, you know, everybody ain't like American girls. You know what I'm saying? Let us get to know each other. I'm like, oh, God damn it. I'm rolling. Get out of here. So I kicked the ball out the room and I just laid in my bed by myself, staring up into the dark abyss, wondering what I got going on in my life. I mean, if you wearing boxers that's too tight, it's always gonna make your dick look big and shit. So I want to kind of look like I got a big dick and shit. So when you show up, you know what I'm saying? You pull your pants off, she's gonna be like, damn, I see the bulge. I see, you know what I'm saying? I see what you got going on. You walk around and shit in your boxer shorts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Your shit looking fat. You know what I'm saying? You like, you got a hog in that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? So to be honest, I actually wear like jogging pants too. I get a smaller size. You know what I'm saying? You walk around the airport, some great jogging pants with no drawers on. It's almost like I should be getting a case. I should be going to jail. But I only started doing that because the bitches started freeing the nipple. So I was like, I'm gonna combat that feminism with some real shit and start walking around with some tight ass great jogging pants with no drawers on, and I'm just dangling. And I'm getting old too, so the balls is almost hitting the ground. So the motherfuckers just poking. I'm just every time I walk, that motherfucker just bow, bow, bow. I mean, I guess it's some creepy shit to do, man, but I just like to see their reactions, man. I need to get a GoPro. Then waking up in the morning and looking at yourself in the mirror like, damn, I look fucked up. You know? And that's probably how a lot of bald men feel. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause think about it, if you had a nice, long, growing locks, you gotta wake up every morning like, damn, man, my shit. Or I feel like the most is when you know it's happening. Like your shit is starting to happen. Like you just notice it. Like, nigga, you looking in the mirror one day like, niggas, my shit. You start trying to like talk to yourself like, lever, like, man, my barber just fucked me up, man. This nigga pushed my shit back. Then you go back, then you go to the barber shop the next time, you blame him. Like, man, you know, you last time, man, you hit my shit. You know what I'm saying? You had my shit. Like, come on, man. Like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get my shit to come back a little bit more. He like, nigga, I just lined up what I could line up. I just lined up what I can line up. You get what I'm saying? When you got the baldy, it's like true blood. You know, when you start losing hair and shit, and you embrace the baldy, like you like the man of men. Look how many niggas you see. Nigga wear a hat. He be combing shit over and doing it. See, them the type of men in life, man, they never gonna make it anywhere in life. But when you embrace that baldy, like when you embrace it, when you embrace the baldy, and you like, nigga, I'm about to, this is what I'm doing right here. Like, look, only the greats have baldy. Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like that. You get what I'm saying? Tell me you don't know a nigga didn't embrace his baldy that's not going through problems in his life. They all living fucked up shit. Once you get a bald head, you just gotta get muscles then. Like, fuck it, man, I gotta work out now. A bald head, some six-pack, you gonna get bitches, man. You gonna get bitches. Especially you just gotta go like, do like weird like cruises. Go to like a Caribbean cruise or something. And just be on the beach with your bald head and your six-pack out. I think that's what white people consider a black man to be. You get what I'm saying? A bald head black nigga with six-pack. Kanye owed me $1,000. That's the real story we need to talk about. I actually DM'd him on Instagram one time. Was like, nigga, where my stack at? And I'm gonna tell you what happened. His Donda Foundation, I guess one time they was trying to round up some money and they was actually, you know, doing some shit. It was actually run by another rapper. His name is Rhymefest. They hit me up in the DMs. I'm like, would you like to donate to the Donda Foundation? And we'll give you a custom t-shirt, like a free, you know, Donda t-shirt type of situation and shit. And who doesn't love Kanye shit? Like far as clothes and shit. So I'm like, hell yeah. I was like, of course I love to have some shit like that. What is good? What is a good donation for me? But I donate $1,000 to the Donda Foundation. You get what I'm saying? I donated $1,000. I never got my t-shirt. I ain't even mad about the money. I wanted the fucking t-shirt. So yeah, Kanye, you owe me $1,000. I don't even want the shirt no more. I want my money back. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. When I see you, we got problems. We got problems. If you want to smoke weed in a hotel room, man, it's very easy to get caught. I've been caught countless times. I've been kicked out of hotels. You want to bring something like an Ozium, blunt man spray, pina colada. Them shits work though. You get what I'm saying? Because they gonna throw them off the scent. I'll be at the motherfucking desk, you know what I'm saying? Signing my shit, getting my credit card. I'm spraying shit down there. Bow, bow. So you want the smell to be everywhere, kinda. You get what I'm saying? I hit the elevator. I'm spraying. Bow, bow. You get to your floor. You just want to spray along the cracks of the entire door. So you want to take the garbage bag out the trash can and you want to tape this garbage bag over the smoke detector. The next thing you want to do is you want to towel the door. But one thing you got to understand, you need to wet this towel, man. I don't think a lot of people understand that. They just throw a dry ass towel up under the door. That shit does nothing, man. The fucking weed still goes out. Everybody still smells it. If they have a microwave in there, that's like jackpot. What you want to do is you want to go buy you some microwave popcorn and you want to burn that shit to the maximum. I'm talking about make that shit. You gonna have a whole flow. Everything. You don't even need to towel your dough at this point. Everything smell like burnt popcorn. We smoking all day. Buglers, like niggas that actually like played the bugle in a motherfucking war. Like a nigga had to go like, dun, 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 charge. You get what I'm saying? Me as a musician, I wanted to really figure out like what was going on in these niggas' life that made them become buglers. But what actually happened was, if you had any type of musical ability, they made you a bugler. Because the bugler was actually like the nigga that was calling out the shit. They actually had like over 50 different war calls. But my whole shit is, nigga, you a bugler? Like, what the fuck? They ain't give you no gun? At first, they had drummers. After all the gunfire and shit, they can't fucking hear it. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what the fuck going on. So they figured out, like, nigga, we need some horns on this bitch. So they threw niggas on the squad. Niggas like, man, I ain't listening to no motherfucking horn. Niggas going rogue. They like, niggas playing a horn like, you supposed to go this way. Nigga like, fuck you, nigga. You gotta play a bass. You gotta play a bass guitar or something. That's the only way. I can't fuck with that bugler, man. That's what happened. Civil War niggas went back to the shit like, man, the bugle nigga fucking up the vibe, man. Yeah, the moon landing was fake. I'm one of those firm believers. Yeah, man. I'm one of the firm believers there. The moon landing was fake. Stanley Kubrick directed that shit, man. I seen that conspiracy theory, man. And I'm kind of with that, man. Like, niggas ain't getting on no moons, man. Like, come on, man. Why y'all ain't keep doing it, man? Niggas need to just keep doing it. Get on the moon. But yeah, that shit look fake as shit. Even when I look at it right now. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But yeah, I think the moon landing was fake until it's done frequently and it's like happening all the time. Like niggas going to the moon, niggas on the moon. Like Jay-Z and Kanye do a show up there. Niggas on the moon. They play niggas on the moon 54 times for aliens and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like until shit like that happening, man, the moon, all that shit is fake. I'm a firm, but so yeah, I don't want to be like, don't like Kyrie Irving me and put me in that. Tinder match has a pet squirrel. Now I knew a bitch that had a pet parrot. She had a couple things, but the pet parrot was crazy because she said one time she left for a weekend to go out of town and she left music on to make people think she was there. But for some reason, she made a mistake and it just played YG the entire time. So every time when she came back home, the parrot was just randomly saying YG lyrics and shit. Like, I'm from Bompton, I'm boo, soo woo. I go over there and the parrot is gangbanging on me and shit and just saying crazy shit. Bounce that ass. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with the parrot? I had a very interesting time last time I did ask. I take a couple drops on my tongue. Nothing really happened immediately. So like, fuck it, man. Let's put some music on. Let's get the vibe. Maybe I'll make a song or something. The next thing I know, something just tells me, you just need to lay down. I goes to lay down. When I close my eyes, all I see is like castles, like a magical land. I don't know if it's like some Game of Thrones type. I'm in a motherfucking kingdom. That's all I know. And next thing I know, I just see Devil's Night happen to the kingdom. That's what happened. Shit just started going on fire. Motherfuckers buildings crumbling. I guess I was in a war in my mind. You know me, I started thinking all extra deep and shit. Like maybe this is the war in myself. I'm becoming a whole new person. This is the kingdom being crushed. So I'm already emotional and shit right now because I'm like, what does this mean? Like, what is God trying to show me? So after I come out of that, if anybody know what the aha take on me video looked like, that's what everybody else looked like. So I'm sitting there talking to my homie. He's not realizing I'm looking at a sketched version of him. And he's just looking at me and he talking to me. And I could just see him. He just look at me and he says, damn, Danny, you fucked up. I was in the 10th grade and I would skip school a lot. So no one really knew what age I was or what grade I was in. And it was this senior girl. Her name was Akeisha. We'll put her out there. She wasn't the most prettiest girl in the school, but she was a senior. She dressed real nice. Like she had drug dealing parents. So, you know, she dressed real nice and she drove a Ford Escort. And me at my age, having a girl in 10th grade, they didn't have cars. I didn't tell her what grade I was in, but she didn't know I was in the 10th grade. But I say that to say it made me skip school more because when I went to school, I would have to hide from her in my class to not, let her know what age I was or what grade I was in. So I'm skipping school just because I want to date the senior girl. And then, but at the end of the day, I'm not mature enough because I don't really know how to handle it. Like, we'll skip school together and she'd take me to her house while her mom at work, which really means you're supposed to be fucking. But me, I'm at this age of fucking, I'm just not getting pubic hair and shit, man. I don't know. I'm not even comfortable with my penis size yet. I don't know if I want to whip this out in front of people. I don't know if she think it's, I'm like, she fucking 12th grader football dicks, man. What's she gonna do with this? You get what I'm saying? I don't know. So we'll skip school at her house and we'll be like making out, but I never try to fucking shit. So she thought I was a respectable gentleman. It's just I was scared. You get what I'm saying? So, but one time, some other guys started coming into the picture. This is what I say about like jealousy and shit like that. So I knew I wasn't old enough or mature enough to handle her. And, it was some older guys that were her age that was, and they would come around like fuck around and shit. I remember this one dude bought her some Burger King at lunch. That pissed me off. You done bought my bitch a Whopper. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, you bought my bitch a Whopper, cuz. I mean, it's 99-cent Whopper time, but you done brought my bitch a Whopper, though? That's like, just disrespect, So I cussed the bitch out. I'm like, I cuss her out. Like, you let that nigga buy you a Whopper and you ate it? And as her being a bitch, but she tells him that I'm upset. So now he mad at me, like, what's up, then, nigga? Like, so what you trying to do? I'm in the 10th grade. These niggas is older than me. This nigga drove a Camaro to school. I'm catching a bus. So we get into an argument in the hallway. Like, what you trying to do? I'm like, what you trying to do, nigga? And one of the homies that I was with, this nigga name was Sicario. See, I didn't even know what Sicario meant back then, but there was like an African black ass nigga. And his name was Sicario. And when the nigga, he was like, what you trying to do? I was like, what you trying to do? Sicario choked the nigga out. So that made the beef some ill shit. Just to give you a fast forward to the story, Sicario killed his parents. So go back to the story. All right, boom. That year, actually, too. He shot his dad and his mama. Sicario jumped the beef off and choked the nigga out, so I got beef. So after school, I'm scared as fuck to go to the bus stop. So I'm trying to finesse these niggas. I keep seeing them ride around. They circling the school in the Camaro. They looking for me. So I try to finesse them and get on the bus, but they still caught my ass. And they beat the shit out of me, man. In front of a church. The Shrine of the Black Madonna on Linwood. I ran back home, and I did the, the Boys in the Hood Q scene. Them niggas jumped me! Crying, punching, saying all that to say, if a nigga just trying to feed the bitches, don't get mad about it and don't get jealous. Just let them, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes the bitches be hungry, man. Let them eat.